What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. With me, as always, I got four fine gentlemen hanging out, and I can't wait to talk about our movie today. But with me, as always, Danny Toy Addict, 17.
What's going on, dude? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Reaching over Danny, we got Unworthy Collector. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing fantastic.
Not as fantastic as this man, Clintastic.
All there in the name. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Doing great.
And we got Cox Create.
What's
Josh,
up?
how you doing, buddy?
Good. Just eating some cheesecake.
Oh. Like, is it just like regular cheesecake, or is this like a fruit topping? What?
Just regular.
That's the only cheesecake you should eat. Just regular. If you want to get wild, throw a little maple syrup on top, but just plain cheesecake.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you should. Yeah.
Maple syrup. Do you make your own maple syrup?
I don't, but I have some friends that do. I actually live in Maple Country. The town that I live in, we have a maple festival every year, and it's kind of a big deal. Everybody makes their own maple syrup except for me.
That
I
sounds
don't
like
like
a
the
Hallmark
smell
movie.
of. I don't like the smell of cooking sugar. It kind of makes me nauseous.
Have you done it before, though? I'm sure you've done it, right?
I've helped my friends do it, but like I'm always able to go outside and leave when I don't want to smell it anymore.
Got it. Yeah, I would say it's big where I am too. We don't have like a maple festival, but people do it. So it's a fairly common practice. I've never done it myself, though.
Well, all four of you guys, you're welcome to come to the Maple Festival here in lovely Marathon, New York. You'll see the entire thing in about 10 minutes.
Us going to a Broadway show?
Yeah, Broadway show for the weekend.
Yeah, Broadway, maple syrup. It's beautiful. What can you want? We're setting up our own Hallmark movie. We're going to go to Broadway, and then we're going to come back to my small town, and we're going to talk about maple syrup. And I can just see it now. Clint stirring a big pot of maple syrup, and I'm like getting real close to be like, tell him something all romantic, and then I'll be like, what? The smell of sugar is going to get to me.
So. What is it? What is it about sugar that makes you nauseous?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something about the way the syrup is like you got to cook it down in like real high heat, really hot in the room where you do it.
Oh, okay.
It just makes me nauseous.
But it's all outside, right? Where it should be
outside. That wasn't.
I mean, it's usually like in a shed.
That's what's making you sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when is your Maple Festival typically?
April, usually right around WrestleMania season. As a matter of fact.
April, really?
Yep.
Isn't that? Oh, I thought.
Right now it's prime sapping season right now.
Oh. In New England, it's in the fall.
Yeah, no, we usually they usually cook it up and maybe it's not syrup, maybe it's really meth. Maybe I don't know. I do live in a pretty white bread area, so meth jokes. Don't start off Toy Talk with meth jokes.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
Well, yesterday was Super Bowl. Did you guys partake?
Nope, I was watching The Notebook.
Really? The Super Bowl, then The Notebook.
Oh my gosh!
Same, Josh. Same.
I don't know why I watched. I just wanted fucking Kansas City to lose.
I did too. Actually, did too. But I made some bets and I lost all of them.
I'm opposite. I'm friends with all the guys on Hoodcast, and they're all from California, so they were all 49ers fans. So I was like, let's go Kansas City.
Okay. I mean, it was a good game.
Contrary.
There's no doubt it was a good game. And I like it was so boring in the beginning. It really was.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they just found life in OT.
That's always the it's gonna happen. They always like wait till like the second
Yeah, it's
half
all,
for
Kansas City's always
something.
third, fourth quarter
always-
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like no stopping them. They were just so bad.
It was. I figured at that moment, like my daughter was watching because we're a football. I try to like. There's only like one child of mine that like really gets invested in football with me because I'm an Arizona fan. So I was rooting for San Francisco. We're in the same division, so I was rooting for them. But I kind of felt like I was trying to explain to her that like during the second half, that's when everybody wakes up.
Yeah.
Well, people start slowing down, but people mostly wake up. And like I was explaining to her, like, they're winning now. They have because at one point San Francisco had the ball. They had possession of the ball for a while. And I was like, they have possession of the ball, but I guarantee you something's going to change drastically. And all it took is for them to get that fourth down, Kansas City to get that those yards, all those first downs, those yards, and then just score. I knew they were going to win. At that point, you could see where the mistakes were happening. Yeah, I'm happy it went to OT, though. I'm really happy. I thought it was a pretty good game. I thought it was a very competitive game. It wasn't boring. It wasn't like a one-sided game, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a really good Super Bowl game. I just felt the first half. I was so bored.
Diggs fix. As an Arizona fan, Danny, why? Hey, listen, I've always funny story. I never had a team. I was always basketball. I was always watching basketball growing up. I used to be a big 76ers fan. Allen Iverson is still like my favorite basketball player today. But when I was watching football, I would always watch any game. I never had a team. I never wanted to jump on any bandwagons from anybody. So I used to watch any game that I would watch. It was either Arizona versus somebody. It was always Arizona playing against somebody. So then I was like, well, if it's Arizona, let me see how they do. And at the time, they had Kurt Warner, and then they had Larry Fitzgerald. So they make it to the Super Bowl. They played one hell of a game against Pittsburgh.
That was the only good time to be an Arizona fan.
No, absolutely not. They made it to the Super Bowl. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but the game that was like one. No. It was the
they
Pittsburgh.
Got stomped by the Steelers. Yeah.
Definitely did not. I don't know what game you watched, but like if you watched the game,
that one,
definitely not. You were watching The Notebook then. No, but it was a good game. So ever since that game, like even like losing, I was like, you know what? It's like destined for this team to be my team. So I just stuck with them, man. So there you go, Dixford. That's an origin story on why Danny loves the Arizona Cardinals.
People in the chat, Dixford's great opener for The Notebook. Darth Gutierrez, what's up, buddy? Wore the same hat to work today. And you got to start him with those Coke jokes. Yep.
Yeah. I went in too hard, too fast.
What do you want? Well, yeah, the game was like, what's crazy? Massachusetts just legalized like sports betting here. So you can go on DraftKings, and then you know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize what you could bet on a game. You could bet like there is every single bet you can imagine. So I went down a rabbit hole, and I had some good money, and I was like, all right, let's just put some bets here and here and here. And I was betting square, like, it was at the end of the quarter, like 0-0 or 3-3, whatever. But then I was getting into like, all right, if McCaffrey scores 2 touchdowns, then Kelsey scores 1 touchdown, and Mahomes gets over 263, I could win $500. And I'm like, I'll just bet that.
A lot of variables.
Yeah. It's like, well, there are 11 bets in this one. So I went down a rabbit hole betting all of them. I actually did win 2 bets, but the rest I thought at least McCaffrey could get like 2 touchdowns. That didn't
Yeah.
happen. Or Kelsey was the longer shot of getting two touchdowns, but
You should just bet it on the kicker last night.
I know. I mean,
That guy was money.
except for San Fran's extra point.
Yeah.
You got a better chance of betting for Taylor Swift. He'll show up.
He beat me to it. I saw a meme about that today. It was like the wives that don't know football. And it's like, did you hear Taylor Swift's boyfriend is going to play at the Usher concert?
J-Shot came here for the Notebook, not to hear about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
That's my
All
friend.
right, fair enough.
We'll get there.
You don't want to see the worst?
Let's get into some toys. Let's talk some toys. At least we have to talk some toys. What you got there? What is that?
This is Black Falcon, the Warlord of Doom.
That's pretty dope. Is that Super 7?
Yeah.
Is that a plastic cape or is that a wired cape?
It's a wired cape.
Nice.
What are these? Where do these come from? Like,
I think it's their own IP, I think. Because I've never heard of the worst before.
For a second there, I thought that was like the poncho from the Predator. What's that Predator?
Yeah.
The
Shaman.
Shaman Predator. Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like about it? Is it?
Well, he's got like 3 different head sculpts. He's got this one, or he's been like slashed in the eye. He's missing a horn. He's got another head sculpt where it's like he's like flamed up like Ghost Rider. He's got flame hands. He comes with a thermos and a brown bag lunch.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
He gets a sword. Gets this thing. He's got a shield, multiple hands. Yeah.
Nice.
And he just looks cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else did you open up?
What else? I opened up Jimmy from Diamond.
Oh, is that from what is that thing called?
Rebel Moon.
I never saw that.
It's on Netflix. You should give it a watch.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that was all right.
All right. Any other toys?
I picked up this guy this week. Animal Man.
Nice.
And
okay.
We put the jacket
so he
on,
doesn't
cool.
come with the jacket. I boiled him. I was on the phone with the Rowdy Boys and I boiled him. And I put the jacket from Three Jokers Red Hood on. And my son asked me why he had a red hood on, and I said it's because that's the Red Hood's jacket. But I was like, you know what? I pulled a macho. I was like, you know what? Good enough for me. I'm not going to paint this.
No, it looks good.
That's a gray hood, if you ask me.
Yep.
I'm happy with it. It looks way cooler than the booster gold arms that were on it to begin with. So.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
And he comes with this little badger guy. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Animal Man, if he transforms into animals. I don't know the character. So.
No, he's kind
truthfully,
of like...
I only got him because Danny has him.
Animal Man's kind of like Aquaman. He speaks to the animals, right?
Well, he has like an animal hand, don't he?
He did, yeah. And I think I lost that already.
That's a strong hand.
So he's a Disney princess.
The strong hand.
Let's take the strong hand.
Yeah, he does. He have like a big claw, animal claw hand, but I don't know where I put that already.
Sweet.
Clint, are you having Kool-Aid? What are you drinking?
No.
Kool-Aid.
Don't Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
You don't Kool-Aid.
Is that a cab?
Yes.
You're a good man. Any other toys? That's a cool. I like the addition of the. I'm surprised that one doesn't come with a.
Yeah, I mean that's
jacket.
the jacket is on the box art and the card art.
Yeah,
so it's like I don't know why they didn't just do that. I mean,
they're gonna come out with another one.
Three Jokers Red Hood didn't sell, so like there's still they're still on shelves in Walgreens and Walmart's. Like they could have just bought them all back and put them on,
Well,
save themselves
Yeah.
some
they'll
money.
do a gold label one with the jacket.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's what I'll say. Yeah.
Well, I got this guy too, the Platinum Edition, and he's terrible.
Is he?
The wings were so hard to get into his back. I had to heat him up just to get the wings into his back, and then it like ruins all the articulation in the arm. Like, not happy with this one. This is one of 3 McFarlane figures that I've not been happy with. Pretty garbage, if you're asking me.
Yeah, you got a good Hawkman though.
I mean, he looks good, but I'm not gonna be able to pose him for anything. Like he's just
Yeah.
gonna have to be a shelf guy.
Fair enough.
I sent my box of loot is on its way. Bunch of shit on the way.
Sarah's laughing at Unworthy.
Just flirting, you know.
I got stuck on the camera. You got a box of loot coming?
Yeah, and an order from Entertainment Earth.
What'd you order again? You ordered a bunch of stuff, right?
I got Slam Dunk and Donnie and Zach, the Neutrino, and then my pile of loot. I got the RoboCop Duck, Super 7 White Ranger, Raph in Disguise, and something else. I don't remember.
Jeez. I can't wait for you to open those up. Jeez.
Yeah, they'll go on the shelf. They'll get in line.
Clintastic staying strong. Pre-orders. Gotcha. Danny? Kaijus?
Yes. This bad boy. This bad boy is dope.
Is that the -1?
This is the Hiya Toys Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh,
I took a photo of him, and then I'm still waiting on the Ghidorah and the Skullcrawl. I'm still waiting on those.
Wait, show that Godzilla again. Oh man, that's dope.
Detailed.
give us your best Godzilla roar.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Sound like the victims at the Daredevil in the Daredevil. I'm like, oh no, dude, I am like all the way into whatever High is doing. I seen some people like doing the so apparently the little it's like the little lizard that was in Godzilla versus Kong. Somebody made some custom 3D printed and made some customs of that figure. They don't sell them. So like I kind of missed the window. It happened in January. They were like, he made a bunch of them and he painted them, and like he even made the little crabs that were like walking around in Hollow Earth and shit. So it's like, damn, I missed out. But he wanted like $120 for it.
Well, I mean, you just weren't a kaiju fan at that time, is all.
No. So
Is Haya gonna do that new Kong with like that robot arm?
They have to.
I don't know. I mean, right now they're pumped. Right now, I think the newest one is the translucent Godzilla. It's the newest one.
Hello?
And Frank Realm, he had reviewed it, which is really, really, really cool. So
have they released the name of that other ape that's in
Oh, that new one.
yeah, the new one?
Scar King.
Scar King?
Yeah. And he's dope. I would probably
That's
buy a
cool.
high-end figure of that if it comes out with one.
That's King Louis from the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
King Louis.
I want to be like you.
King Louis. King Louis. That's King Louis on 100. He's like, bitch, I lost to a human. I'm taking it out on all
That's
you.
before he became an alcoholic and loved to dance.
How you just released
Mm-hmm.
What's up, KJ Smith? How you just released the
What's
two-legged
up?
thing?
Yeah.
Which I'm Machu.
They used me as the model for that two-legged thing.
I'm
sorry.
man.
Speaking of monkeys, y'all see the new Planet of the Apes trailer?
Yes.
Oh man, that looks so good. I cannot.
That does
wait
look
for
good. So, like, is that like a sequel from the other ones?
Yeah. I think
Or is
that's
this
Yeah,
like
so
a
this-
remake?
Yeah, this
Caesar's
comes
fun.
after War. This comes after the one with
Yeah, it's just a continuation.
Woody Harrelson.
Continuation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
That
like
one was
5
great.
years. This takes place 5 years after War with Woody Harrelson.
I think I really only saw the first one with Franco.
Hmm.
You gotta watch
Man,
all
you're
of
not
them. They're good.
doing yourself.
one is really
You're
good.
not doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
There's War. There's a Rise of the Planet of the Apes, or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes with Franco, and then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then War for the Planet of the Apes, and now Kingdom of the Planet of the
Kingdom.
Apes.
I like that war. The war one was good.
Who was in War was Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, and Gary Oldman, right?
Gary.
I think Gary Oldman
Isn't
was
it-
in Dawn.
Yeah, he was in
Dawn
Dawn.
of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I can't remember who the other guy was in the war one. But yeah, Woody was
I
in-
don't remember Woody Harrelson being in any of those.
Yeah, he
Really,
was,
he was like the lead star of the last one. Like
Really? I got
he's
Who's the bad
shaving
guy?
his head. He's standing over the army, getting ready to go to war with the apes, and like he brainwashed some of the apes into being on his team.
Yeah.
And then he dies horribly. Spoiler alert.
Oh, dude. No,
It's
I
kinda
don't,
ripped off.
now I don't even know watch it.
Yeah,
No, he's still got it. Still good. He's still badass. I mean, he's standing there in the snow with no shirt on. It's a blizzard, and he's got a hot cup of water and a straight razor, shaving his head, giving a speech to the army. Come on, how can you not want to watch that?
Gotta
All right.
I gotta find a box so I can ship that to you.
No worries. No worries. I just let me know what I owe you for shipping.
Okay.
Before we get to commercials, I did get this guy in the mail.
nice.
Green
Dude,
Goblin
yeah.
Mezco. He is honestly a lot nicer than I thought. Like,
Yeah.
I really like him. He comes with 4 different head sculpts, and a ton of accessories, and it's this classic look. And it really, actually, he complements the Mezco Spidey that I got really well. So having both of these were great. I think they're gonna make. I'm hoping that they teased a Vulture, they teased a Doc Ock. So having this line for me is kind of a must. I really do enjoy it.
Well, yeah, you're a big Spider-Man fan, so you got that.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get a
He's-
Mezco Aunt May?
Doubt it. Machu, I
man,
do think you would. I do think you would like it. Although I saw what you did with your Mezco, Spidey, so you might be okay without it. So, I would love an Aunt May. I mean, I have the Hasbro Aunt May, so that's all the Aunt May I guess we'll ever get.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
There's not
So
enough. There's not enough old lady action figures. If you're
Yeah, what
asking
is
me.
it?
Not that anybody asked me, but
You can get
if
those
anybody
Aunt
did,
May. What other notable?
Golden Girls. They got neck.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Golden Girls is a good one. Golden Girls is a good one.
Paula Dean. I need Paula Dean with some butter.
She's still canceled, right?
Not in my book.
Well, Granny
There's
Goodness.
Elvira. She's an old lady now.
Yeah, but she does not look like an old lady. Granny Goodness is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good one.
yeah, Granny
need to make
Goodness.
the-
We were talking about that. That like McFarlane needs to come out with a Granny Goodness and a Big
Yeah.
Barda.
Big Barter, definitely.
I think they need to
What are
make
those?
Beverly Hillbillies grandma.
Oh, that would be really good with a carriage vehicle. Well,
Did we ever figure out what the lady the old lady that ran the kids home in the Red Hood comics? We never did figure out what that was, did we, Danny?
The
Who
what?
she was. We were talking about that on one of the AWA shows. We were like the lady that ran the kids home. with the Red
You're talking
Hood
about oh my god.
because
the
I
one that
kept on
kinda-
saying Granny Goodness, and you're like, it's not Granny Goodness.
It's not. She's the one that in the animated series was like she knew Bruce Wayne as a little kid.
Oh, Leslie Tompkins?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the one.
There you go.
That's-
Yep.
I told you that like 5 times.
No, you didn't, Clint.
Clint, we weren't listening to you.
You weren't even on the show that
Look where
day.
you're at now.
She's the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Diggsfix. Actually, I think Diggsfix has it right. Large Marge.
Large Marge, yeah. I'll take that. What's the big woman's name in
Eco Sand. What's up, buddy?
Matilda? In Matilda, the big Miss
Trunchbull. Oh, Miss Trunchbull.
I would.
We need a Miss Trunchbull. Oh, yeah.
I would love that figure.
Trunchbull versus Godzilla coming soon.
Did they?
Did
they ever make a Golden Girls figures? Like, did they make this?
NECA makes the retrocloth ones.
Yeah, I still see them at Walmart.
Yeah,
Really?
Betty White, all of them.
I think that's like the one figure my wife would be like, "This is awesome."
You know who I want? I want Mrs. Winslow, the grandma
Yeah.
from Family Matters. I want her.
That's a good one.
But none of the other characters, just her.
Just her. She's the only one I
her.
kind of remember. Or here's a good grandma. Ready? She gets like a grandma. Mrs. Payne, Martin Lawrence's mom. Give me a Mrs. Payne retro claw figure. I'll buy that.
I'm surprised you're not asking for Mrs. Voorhees.
I mean, shit.
They
She's
made
not
a couple
grandma,
of her.
though. Yeah,
That's
they
good.
made the 1/6. Yeah, I wish they remake her and like make her into.
They need to make the Bates Motel mom, like before the son got all obsessy and offed her.
No. Yeah.
She was in Godzilla too. She's hot for an old lady. They need to make a figure.
Oh, Vera Farmiga.
Wait, who?
He's talking about Vera Farmiga from the Bates
Yeah.
Motel series.
Yeah, Bates Motel.
Yeah.
Before
like to
Norman
soundtrack
got
it.
all obsessy and Killy, you know.
Here's
That's
a good
what-
excuse.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because I was about to say,
Here's
he's a skeleton in the movie, dude.
Well, no, I'm talking the show. Like,
Yeah. Well, you didn't clarify.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
she's only 50. She's not like
Yeah, geez.
I mean that's older than me. So
Right?
guys. I'm like 8 years away from 50.
Yeah, so you're not 50.
But that
so
doesn't seem
she's
very
older than
long.
you
Yeah, she's older than me, but
A 2-pack of Allie and Noah would be nice. Just give me the old versions. I want old versions of. Allie
I
and
definitely
Noah.
want old Allie. Yes.
Just so you
Old
can have
Allie and
Allie
old Noah.
screaming like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
I can see the box art now. She's like, "Who
I
are
think-
you?" And they're like restraining her.
Wait, did they ever make a Marvel Legend with her character?
Oh god.
Wait, Marvel
it's
Legend
terrible.
who? She was a
Rachel
Who
McAdams.
is she in Marvel?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange's wife.
Okay, I thought you meant
Her
like
girlfriend.
the old lady version.
Oh, she's.
I was gonna say if they're gonna make a Rachel McAdams, they need to make Mean Girls. That's
Yeah.
They need to start there.
In the Santa suit.
God.
That's where they
Oh,
need to
man.
start.
The Jeffersons would be a good one.
Oh yeah.
I like that. That's a good one.
What's the guy? The Dynamite.
Oh,
That's,
that's good times.
Yeah,
Good
we
times.
We need him. JJ, isn't his name?
Yeah.
JJ.
What's the Archie and
All in the Family.
All in the Family? Those she would be a good one to have too.
Yeah.
You know what NECA needs to do is they need to tap into Saturday Night Live figures because there's so many Saturday Night Live characters. Like I would pay
They
good
tried
money
that
for
a couple of years ago.
making
didn't take off.
copies.
Oh, really?
God,
What?
Heartbeat.
Yeah,
Well-
they made I think about 2 lines of SNL figures, but it didn't take off. So
Hmm.
Really? That's
Like
impressive.
like the set the. Oh, can I just what's the Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan? What are
Yeah.
those? Night at the Roxbury.
Very-
Can I just tell you when I was in Cuba, our taxi
were-
brought us home.
You were dancing like that in the club?
Well, there was no club, but we were our taxi driver was home. He just it was really quiet and we weren't saying anything. He just pumps up the music and plays the Night of the Roxbury music, and then all of us were just going nuts.
that is my favorite soundtrack of any movie.
It's
Yeah.
really good, and I totally forgotten about it.
You know what you
And-
need to do?
And it was on the radio, like it just came out.
You and No Chewing, like when you guys go back to like Allegiance Con, you know how you
Yes.
guys record? You guys should do like that whole bid when you're driving and record each other going.
Yes.
Like
yes.
do the Vogue, like do that to each other. That'd be great.
Why So Marvelous just brought back some old memories. And yes, I would love a Blank Man and a Meteor Man.
Meteor Man.
Yeah.
Robert Townsend, like amazing actor. That's Meteor Man, right? Robert Townsend.
I think so.
Yeah, he was in the show The Bear recently. Great show, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Excellent show. And he just is just an incredible actor. Totally underrated. So Night of the Roxbury SNL ones. I do a ladies' man one.
Oh yeah.
What's
you gonna eat that fish?
My name is Leon Phelps. I got my Cavatier here.
Yes.
Oh, you like fish sandwich?
I would love what's the Tracy Morgan plays? He's like a like an animal.
Well, what about Pootie Tang?
Pootie Tang.
I would buy the shit out of the
Right?
Pootie Tang.
He's got like the belt that he whips your ass with.
I want either a Joanna Man or a Big Mama's House.
Joanna Man.
You can switch them both.
But what's that Tracy Morgan character where he's like an animal guy that goes on the talk show, but he's like that's crazy. This animal's stupid.
What?
Look him up.
Is it Saturday Night Live? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday Night Live. Anyway, it's a funny skit. Check it out. And
what about the we pump so much iron?
Yeah, Hans and Franz. Hans and
They're
Franz.
all muscly, the big muscles.
Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz.
Give me
Here's
give me that 2-pack right away.
I'll need a gold label Man on Film.
Man on Film.
2 snaps in a. That's what I would buy that.
Or a Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
Fire Marshal would be good. Get on Living Color.
Let me show you something.
Shanae.
Yeah.
Shanae would be great. Otis.
Otis.
Or even
One of these companies is going to hire us to come up with fucking ideas.
they're probably writing this shit down now.
Yeah, writing it down right now.
They're like, these assholes.
Gross.
Long
Just
jokes
give it
on you.
away.
Joke's on you. And I won't tag you if you take a photo of it neither. I will
Yeah,
feature
you're
it on my page.
And Vico San can't wait till we do the Notebook.
Yeah, man.
We're getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Vico, if you haven't watched it yet, you need to pause this live stream, go
Yeah.
watch it, and then come back and pick up where you left off.
Well,
'Cause
watch
we're
the
about to
rerun.
ruin the shit out of it.
Watch the rerun of this show because that movie is long as shit.
Yeah.
It didn't seem that long.
Yeah, it actually didn't seem too long.
It felt like it was its runtime. I will say.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It felt like it was at least 15, maybe 20 minutes too long.
No,
I think-
no. It kept
I
me
mean-
engaged. So
I-
don't
I
know.
would say a good 30.
I wanted to die in my sleep when after this movie was over. That shit was
All right.
terrible.
So we're doing this. All right, let's
Spoiler.
get into this. We're
Let's just do it.
I
Let's
think
just do it.
We're just getting into this.
the last 15 minutes of that movie was the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was.
Is this your first time watching it?
This was my first time.
It
watching
was, yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's been
I'd
around
never
for a
seen it
while. Wow.
before.
Nice.
And, full disclosure, I do want to give a little big thanks to Clint and
Big up.
Danny and AB because they were like, you are definitely going to get some if you watch this movie with your wife. And then that last 15 minutes was the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. I felt bad for her. I was like, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to do that either if I was.
No, it was beautiful. The end was beautiful.
You have to wait and see. You have to
Oh
wait
my
and see,
God.
my friend.
I'm like, this is so far. This Talk has not disappointed me, especially with Josh saying the ending was beautiful. Um, uh,
He's getting in touch with his
Well,
sensitive
okay,
side. I
so
like that,
my
Josh.
thing with the ending is there was a perfect like cutoff point for it to end, and it just be
Yeah, there was a happy
optimistic, like,
ending
wasn't
moment,
enough.
and they
It
missed
wasn't
it.
enough.
but then
Fuck
it
that.
kept going, and then it was like, oh, now I'm sad.
yeah,
That
the
is
end.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck your feelings. Like we're gonna ruin that.
Yeah,
Like, like they could have
Fuck
cut
your
it right
feelings.
when they
We
started
don't-
dancing at the end, and
yes.
fade to black, roll credits, wonderful movie.
I could
Yeah.
picture them like doing the pitch of the ending, and they had the ending the way they had it, and then the one that's always late coming to work smelling like booze every day. He's like, and let's kill them in the end.
Yeah. Or
And they're
like, how can we get these kids to stop making out in the theater? Let's give them some depressing shit for the last 15 minutes.
Well, I chalk that up to the actual book.
You
'Cause
what?
The writer likes to tack on, well, not unnecessary, but extra gut-wrenching stuff at the end of his stories.
Oh yeah, all of them, like Dear John, all those movies.
Yeah.
Dear John, My Sister's Keeper.
Yeah.
Well, that guy's a real prick, if you're asking me. Like, it took all of the chances. Like, it got to the point where like she shows up and they're like happy ending. Oh, they lived happily ever after. I'm like looking at my wife. I was like, yeah, the movie's over. You wanna take this on into the bedroom? And then it was like the last 15 minutes. I was like, oh man, oh man,
Just hug me.
oh man.
Just hold me
horrible.
tonight, please.
I kind of just want to go to bed and cry now.
Or the end of the night, we're like, honey, can you hold me tonight? And then we're like,
I was like, no, I was like, do you think it's too late to call Danny and see if he's all right?
I mean, just the thought of all of us, like the last 15 minutes, being like, "This is such a shit ending," just crying.
oh man.
All right,
Wow.
let's rewind. We jumped way too.
Flashback.
Yeah, flashback.
Now we're going to the
This
beginning.
is the beginning. Now we're going back to the end, and now we're going to start the beginning again. All right.
Yes. Well, so The Notebook was 2004, a romantic drama directed by Nick Cassavetes.
Mhm.
It was a novel by Nicholas Sparks,
Mhm.
and it starred a young Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams
Mhm.
in the 1940s. This film was a sleeper hit at the box office.
Yeah.
Budget of $29 million,
Mhm.
Hidden jewel.
engrossed about 117 million.
Damn, cleaned right up. Jeez.
Seriously. Won a bunch of MTV Music Awards, movie awards.
Not surprised.
How much money did it make?
117 million.
That means that those people that kept buying tickets were expecting a different ending. Like, it cannot end this way. They were like, we don't want this to happen.
So I guess so Ryan Gosling was a relative unknown before this movie, correct?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. I know he had done a movie with Sandra Bullock just before this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Ryan Gosling was an unknown right up until I watched this, and my wife was like, "He's in the Barbie movie," and I was like, "Well, I haven't seen that either."
Oh, you gotta watch that one. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, he's pretty good in that.
He's
I like
also
that.
really good in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These aren't titles that resonate with me. These aren't movies I'm
I
watching.
think you would like the one I just mentioned, though.
You should watch Drive. I bet you would like Drive.
Oh, Drive. You definitely like Drive. Drive is a good one.
What was the one you said, Clint?
Crazy Stupid Love.
That sounds like a life story about me. So I'll probably check that out.
It's probably not as chaotic as you like, yeah.
I want to watch it now. Now I want to watch it.
Someone had told me that I can't find this on the internet, but someone told me that Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling did not like each other while filming this movie?
Oh yeah, they had to put an intervention together.
What a-
Like they
Wow.
literally locked them in a.
Wow.
Dan, shush. So literally, what happened? Like they did not get along. Ryan Gosling was trying to get her fired. Then the director just threw them into a locked room and had them hash it out. And then the rest of the movie continued
Didn't they
All
date
right.
each other though?
afterwards.
Oh, that's so
man.
weird.
It was
What a
love.
love story.
Yeah. That should have been the ending of the movie.
Listen, that is how, I'm not lying. That is how like 82% of marriages are.
Yeah.
Don't like each other, and then they can't keep their hands off of each other.
So did you know that actually the dark room that they died in is actually the room they locked them in
Well, yeah, they had it set.
at the end? You know.
Yeah.
They're like,
Fun
don't mind the
fact.
2 old people that are dead in
Yeah,
the
just-
corner. Just work it out.
So before we get in the movie, some random trivia. So they tried to get this movie made back in 1997 with Steven
Really?
Spielberg directing.
Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, he tried to get it made for years.
That
Wow.
would have
Really?
been gold.
And then he wanted Tom Cruise as the lead.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ew.
Yeah. And let's see, Britney
That would've been
Spears
fine.
was cast in it.
Britney
Who?
Spears was?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I wouldn't watch
I could
it.
see that. She must have been the mom, right? Because the mom was a real fucking piece of work.
She was.
That's got Britney all over it.
Britney bitch.
That. Any other fun facts?
Old Allie in this is the director's son, or is the director's mother.
Oh,
Oh, who is that?
she's an
Jenna
old-time
Rollins.
actress.
What's her name?
Jenna Rollins?
Yeah,
Jenna
you notice how her and the old man had like real pictures from when they were younger?
Yeah.
They've been in movies together back in the day.
No,
Oh,
that,
wow.
dude, that was Photoshop.
I'm seeing a
that
picture
old
of her when
The
she
old
was
dude looked real
younger.
familiar to me, but I
Have
couldn't.
you
Yeah.
seen have you seen Maverick Unworthy with fuck, what's his name?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. He was Mel Gibson's dad in that movie.
Okay.
That's where I know him from.
Yeah,
Here,
he's
check
in a-
out a young Gina Rollins. She's gorgeous. Do you guys see this?
Not bad.
Wow.
She didn't age well, you know. Not to knock
Yeah.
her or anything, but
I would have let her forget me.
uh,
Ah, jeez.
Just keeping it real, dog.
Oh my god.
Josh.
All right. Well, let's talk about the movie.
yeah, let's get into this. I got a lot to say.
I don't.
about
Yeah, I
this
don't know where to
movie.
start. So, Unworthy, why don't you start us off?
I gotta say, so I talked to my grandfather because my grandfather was, this was his time when this movie, not when this movie came out, but like the setting, the 40s. Like my grandfather was a young man then.
Did he grow
And
up
he
down
told me-
south?
No, he was, Central New York area, born and raised. But he did say that this is a very, very fictionalized version of the way things would have went back then, because there's no way that some of this stuff would have gotten away with. Whether that's good or bad, I'm not here to say. But a lot of the things that women were getting away with, they wouldn't have actually got away with back in the 40s.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad, I'm not here. I wasn't in the 40s. I'm only here now. I can say some of the things that he said would happen. I don't agree with. But the 40s were a different time.
Yeah, the 40s were a different time. I mean, that could
Wild.
be.
Yeah, like laying in
Character
the
and
street, you would have got your ass run over.
I will say, like, there are some subtleties in this movie. You're like, oof. Like, yeah, this is definitely a timepiece. Like all like being on the plantation, all the slaves. I mean, indentured servants. I would say maybe. That was
That was the
Yeah,
first
there's
thing my wife pointed out when the movie started.
yeah,
Like, they have black maids? I was like,
yeah. It was a rough luck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
There's no way to sugarcoat that, and I think the movie did a good job
yeah,
handling
and
that. Like
they
they
Yeah,
didn't
like,
dwell
you're
on
right.
it. They didn't really hammer it away that was what was
well,
going
like
on.
nobody was ever rude to anybody
Mhm.
like it would have been in the South back then.
Well,
Right.
So
I think there's only like 2 instances where that would have even came up because they kept. This is a tricky.
we should probably skip this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was just saying that period piece was like, it was prevalent. I think.
They pretty much just looked the other way. They didn't like spotlight it. They just turned their camera the other way.
Yes, exactly. And then, but when they panned over, you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Um.
And another thing is, they all look 30 when they're supposed to be 17.
Yeah.
That guy with the full mustache on the fair that she was trying to go out with.
Yeah, that dude looked like he was 40.
Yeah. I'm like,
So I have a note in here. This kind of goes back to the ending. I'm no doctor, but I don't think this is how Alzheimer's is supposed to go in terms of like remembering stuff.
Well, that was the
Well, I
thing.
mean-
It was a miracle because of their love that she could ever remember again. So
I got that. That's just
I think the doctor
making a joke.
said so much. He was like, listen, you reading her stories, that's not how this works. And he was like, oh, this is how it works because this is our movie.
yeah.
I did write at the end, man, this old people story is hitting hard. Like,
Yeah.
I do gotta say, like,
Fucking brutal.
why did they even try to make it a surprise that, oh, this is really them when they're older?
yeah, that was
I'm
not a
like-
surprise.
Actually, there was, you know what? I called it right away. Like, because this was the first time I'd ever seen it.
Mhm.
And I was like, this dude is Ryan Gosling, and this is Rachel McAdams. But then for one split second, I kind of dispelled my disbelief, and I thought that maybe the old dude was
Lawn.
Cyclops, and
Oh.
and like it was gonna like twist the story. It was like they don't end up together. She ends up
So he
marrying
was
the guy that she don't even like.
Jean Grey.
And the part that made me pause and think that was when he's reading the story and they're down by the lake, and then the kids show up and they're like, he's introducing all the kids. And then the one fucking dude there, Edmund, I think is his name,
Mhm.
he's wearing a fucking suit and he's got a briefcase. I was like, oh, these are definitely Lon's kids. Like, there's no way somebody as cool as Noah has got some. What did this guy just come back from signing some fucking contract deal? Like, what is he doing wearing a suit? Why has he got a briefcase? He's coming to see his mother on the weekend. Like,
That's
what
his around town club.
So I kind of agree with Unworthy. I thought they were going to do that, but only because of another James Garner movie, Eternal Sun, Divine Sisterhood of the Yaya Sisters. The one with Sandra Bullock. That was kind of the thing where I remember him saying, "I'd rather be able to be second partner than not dance at all." Kind of be in that same situation, but she ended up with the other guy.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I got those two movies switched up. So I kind of thought that for a second as well.
I
really can't believe we're getting into it like this, by the way.
Yeah. Too late to back out now.
This was your idea.
I mean, can anybody
I
tell
love
me
it.
why that
I don't
guy
think it can
is-
get any better than this.
Can anybody tell me if you like? Listen, we've all had family issues, and like my wife's mother, we just went through like the dementia thing with my wife's mother, and like it's a sad thing, but like I didn't show up in my maintenance outfit with my tool pouch over my fucking shoulder to go visit my mother-in-law. So like, why
Why
is
the
this
hell
dude
not?
showing up in a suit and a tie and his glasses, and he's got the briefcase like he's going to sign like some important Wall Street fucking deal?
He had some shit to do after
Well,
that.
let's do the math on this. So this was 1940s when they were young. So she has to. They were like in their 20s, right?
Yeah. I don't know. They maybe were supposed to be a little bit younger, like 18, maybe.
18. Okay. So then now they're in their what? 70s, 80s. This should be the 2000s, right?
100 and something.
Like, yeah,
They never clarify.
I was looking at it like their kids should maybe be like our age, like their
Yes.
30s, late 20s or mid 30s at the most, like mid 30s.
But I felt like they were still dressed in like the 1950s or 40s.
I don't know. I felt like they were in their work clothes, like they just come off from like important business meetings to go visit Mammy in the fucking hospital.
It was
They
their
would just stop and
Sunday
buy borrow
best.
money from the dad.
They were in their Sunday's best.
They were like, "Hey, can we borrow $20 for gas?" We were in the neighborhood.
And also, like, what shitheads? Like these guys, the Noah and Allie, they were cool. Like they were really good people. Good story. Well, I mean, Allie's not. She's a shithead, but like they must have all took after their mom because like they're all like, "Dad, just forget about her. Leave her here." Like what a bunch of what a bunch of bastards those kids are.
She don't even know you, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like
that's horrible.
It is terrible. I mean, I understand. That was tough. That was tough.
No,
that was tough.
The dickhead with the briefcase. He's like, "Yeah, Dad." He's like taking his glasses off and cleaning it with his tie. He's like, "Yeah, Dad, we'll help out with anything we can." Like, no, you won't, Edmund. Go back to fucking Wall Street and sign another contract, you miserable bastard.
Is that your least valuable person, Edmund?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Fuck that guy.
There was one other note. I wrote, "Don't tell me y'all didn't get emotional when Rachel McAdams showed up at the house, and then she remembers." That scene with the widow and meeting Rachel, I thought that was a beautiful scene.
I thought that was weird as hell.
It was weird, but it was rough.
Like I liked that character, but
Yeah.
I agree that was kind of a weird scene. And Allie being super peppy about it, I'm like,
yeah.
I think as there was a lot of insinuated stuff that must have happened off the screen, like him explaining to Allie who that lady was,
who he's been banging.
Like that, there had to be some uncomfortable conversation. Like, so yeah, no, I'm not engaged or anything, but I have been sleeping with the widow. Like,
she thinks I like her, but I don't.
Yeah, I swear, every time I close my eyes, I think it's you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we get to categories, and then we have some scenes that I've chosen.
Wait. I do got one note.
Go ahead.
About the abandoned mansion scene. My only note: tetanus.
Oh, I know. I was like, who wants to do it on that dirty rag?
This is why white people get killed in horror movies.
I don't know. I've done it in weirder places. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Danny, right? Can I get a high five?
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna jump off, okay?
After you said,
All right,
I gotta
man.
jump off real quick. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
That's all
Love
right.
you. Bye.
All right.
Now that he's gone, we can talk shit.
That was that I didn't get. Like, oh, this is it. This is how really
Really cringy.
And so then, like, And then he was surprised that like the whole relationship ended after that night. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that goes to the absolute. Other than Allie, I think the absolute villain of this story was Allie's mom,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and like she kind of like progressed their story ending.
Yeah.
After that night, like
It's like, dude,
if
you
it,
waited how long to be a good mom? What the fuck?
yeah, what a shit. What a shit. That's that's what their kids took after was their grandmother because their grandmother's a right piece of fucking work too.
Well, and then like the ending, you're like, oh, so she was just jealous. That's why she put the kibosh on all this.
Yeah, talk about throwing stones when you
Like-
fucking got a glass house.
Like I could understand if she had married that guy and it didn't turn out well, and then she wouldn't want that for her daughter, but she literally had the same story. And
Yeah.
Like, it would have
She's
worked
still
better
not.
if the dad was kind of in that antagonistic role, but then
Yes.
the mother late
Yes.
in the movie reveals, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dad wasn't even like that much of a
I got
jerk.
some things
I-
to say
I
about
thought
that
the
in one of
dad
our
was cool.
categories.
I thought the dad was a good guy. He was
Is
like,
it-
oh,
Clint, is
like
that going to
when-
come out in one of the categories?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
when the
That
dad's
sounds
like, when she says, I love him, and then the dad's like, you love him? Like, I was like, oh, look at, he gets it. He doesn't care that this guy don't have money. He's ready to hire this guy. Like, here, I'll pay your boyfriend. I don't care. As long as my little girl's happy.
You can clean horse shit out of the stable.
I didn't get-
Well, yeah,
I mean-
pay him really well to do it, though.
I didn't get that vibe from dad, but
I got more of a, well, I'll let your mother handle this.
Yeah.
Not along.
He's like, it's just
Yeah.
so much love.
all right. Well, why don't we MVP?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah.
Because
Ryan.
I gotta say, like, the casting is what really made this movie because
Mhm.
the dialogue is hokey as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the old people, like the old Noah, did not. They could have done better casting with that and got somebody that maybe looked more like Ryan Gosling.
Well, at this time, James Garner was the go-to old man role.
Yeah.
So
They should have got that guy from Big Fish, the one that talks funny.
Oh man, Big Fish. Ugh. If like that movie. If you're talking about like sad like movie about old men getting old,
Yeah.
regrets. Oh my god, I sobbed in that one. Jeez, that was sad. That was sad. Unworthy MVP.
I was prepared to give it to the nurse
Edmund?
from the hospital, the old folks home. But no, in all honesty, I do think it is Ryan Gosling. He did a great job for being
he
somebody
really-
who is not a great actor. He did a really good job in this.
He's a good actor,
Yeah,
dude.
I thought he was-
Well, I mean, this is
is
this is like this is the first movie that I really seen him in. So, like in my opinion, he's a relative nobody, but he knocked it right out of the park.
yeah. Josh is right. I think you'd like Drive.
Drive, yeah.
That would be a good movie for you to watch.
Well, you see, the problem is that I don't get to watch too much TV of my
Ooh.
own or movies of my own. It's usually my kids' shows. The only time I get to watch movies or shows that I want is when I have to do a review for Play Talk. So,
So
you guys just
do you
keep
like,
on reviewing good movies for me to watch.
do you
Well,
like
I'm sorry,
uh,
we haven't done
Mission
one yet. So
Impossible?
Huh?
Do you like movies like Mission Impossible?
Not really. Not really.
007, anything like that? No. Well, because he has
No.
a movie on Netflix called The Gray Man. That one was decent.
oh, that had Chris Evans in it.
Yeah, Chris Evans played a great bad guy.
Sixth Man.
Sixth Man was Lawn.
yeah, James Marsden.
Oh,
I just felt for him, and he was such a nice guy. And I'm glad he got away from that crazy bitch, honestly.
Talk about typecasting. This poor guy, he can't catch a break. He can't have a happy relationship no matter what movie he's in.
He did
X-Men.
in Sonic
The Notebook. He can't have a good relationship.
Enchanted, West. Damn, you're right.
Yeah, he's good.
Hey, he
I
got
like-
his girlfriend in
I
some
hope
of
he's
the
got a
sitcoms.
really good marriage for real.
What was the sitcom? The Jury? Was it the Jury?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Unworthy. You
dumb.
should watch Jury Duty. Like profound. So the whole it's a sitcom where one guy is not in on the
Yeah,
joke.
it's like
They
Joe
casted him,
Schmo.
and everyone else is an actor, but he thinks he's there for jury duty. And James Marsden plays himself,
Yeah,
and
a tool bag.
he plays this big tool bag, and it's this like meta thing that he plays himself, and it's the funniest thing. So
You know,
again,
he was really, really good in The Stand, like the remake series of The Stand. He was
I
really
never
good.
saw him in The Stand. Oh,
Yeah, and he's really good in Sonic, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
good
he's
in
good.
Sonic too.
He's done so much shit. It's unreal.
he's a hardworking actor. He just
Yeah.
he's got to keep the lights on.
He must have a drug
He
habit
should
or
be more
something.
successful than he is because,
Yeah, you're right.
like, the talent's there. Like,
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
just
he's
has
good
that,
actor.
that goofy romantic lead that he gets stuck in all the time.
mhm.
Yeah. Does everyone agree it's James Marsden?
That's
I
my
don't.
man.
I don't. I
What do you
think
say?
the sixth man is Noah's dad. I thought he was a really good character, and he got a very unceremonious writing off, which annoyed the shit out of me.
At
It's
least
just
he
I was
got a
like-
funeral. That's more we
I was
can
like,
get
yeah.
than.
He goes to war, and his best friend gets killed off unceremoniously, and then it's just like he's rebuilding the house, and now all of a sudden his dad's dead too. Like,
and it's
this
like
is
not
so
even
bad.
like it's
Yeah,
just
that was glossed
voiceover.
over.
It's like doesn't even. He's like, oh, my dad died.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they had
they're
a
like,
funeral. They showed the funeral.
Later on, when dad dies, I was like, wait, what? Come on.
I don't think they showed the funeral.
Yeah,
they
It
did.
was really quick,
Yeah,
but they showed
yeah.
him at his dad's funeral
Oh,
and
okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. That whole like part of his life went by a little bit too quickly with his friend.
Yeah.
Like, what? His friend died? That's
Yeah,
weird.
they were too busy focusing on Allie and all the her throwing it out there to everybody.
I will say they do that a lot in this movie. Like they drag certain parts out, but like important information, they just
Yeah.
Dad
I
died.
think-
Well, what do you mean dad died? He was just as healthy as an ox. He sold his house to help his son rebuild the house. What do you mean he died?
I
think
wonder
there
if
was a
that's like
large gap
more
of
in the
time
book.
that went by that they just didn't really show us.
Yeah, in the book. Yeah.
Like they didn't let us know, hey, it's been this many years. He's been working on the house. So like to us, it could have been a month. We don't know,
Yeah. It was about 3 minutes.
Yeah. Montage.
LVP?
Finn.
Which one's Finn?
That's his buddy. His
Yeah.
buddy.
The one that got
Yes.
blowed up
story-
as soon as they went to war.
I was
Yeah.
going to
And
say
then
Eric from.
He wasn't
from-
even like mentally disturbed by his best friend dying in front of him at
No.
the funeral. No mention of him after he died.
Yeah, I'm with you. Finn, or AKA Eric from what's that show?
Entourage.
Entourage.
I honestly, the widow lady that he was, putting it to, I thought it was Finn's lady. I actually had to ask my wife. I was like, "Is this the buddy's wife?"
Yeah, I
And
had
she's
to
like,
check
"No,
the
it's
credits because I was like,
It's not though,
it's
is it?
not.
No.
No, it's not.
Oh, that would have been messed up.
So like, she just got kind of unceremoniously written off too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she was the director's wife.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, the friend. Yeah,
Yeah. The widow.
not the widow. Her, the one that was with Finn. That's
Oh,
the
Oh.
director's wife.
Oh, okay. You know so much, Clint. Jeez. Well, Clinton, Unworthy, what do you guys think?
I said the dad.
Oh,
Like, he's just there with
wait, Allie's dad?
Allie's dad.
Okay.
yeah.
Like, he's just there with the terrible Foghorn Leghorn accent, and it's just like,
Yeah,
Well, I'll say, boy, I'll say.
that was pretty bad. You're right.
His mustache was terrible. You could tell that thing was
Yeah. Oh
He
man.
didn't have no Jedi. He didn't have no Jedi Jack mustache.
I almost
Yeah.
went to the and what was the girl's dad? I almost said he was the LVP, but I thought Finn was more LVP because it would have happened with or without him.
Yeah, I agree. Finn and his dad or Allie's dad. Those are good ones. Unworthy.
I want so badly to say that the LVP is Rachel McAdams because she was such a shithead.
Oh yeah,
And she
always
was such a
such a
terrible
toxic
person.
relationship. She's always
Yeah.
hitting him.
Yeah, like the nothing's working out. Gee, I wonder why, Allie. But I would say I'll have to give it up to Allie's mom. I think Allie's mom was
Ah.
the least valuable. She was a shithead. She was just not a good human being. Like pretty much the whole reason of the movie. So
Yeah.
like I guess she's valuable in that sense. But like if she had just given her daughter the damn letters, like we could
Then
have
we wouldn't
saved
have the
all of
movie.
like maybe Allie wouldn't have been such a terrible person if mom had given her the letters because then
Nah,
she
she
wouldn't
was
have gotten engaged and then gone and throwing it away to everybody else at the same time, you know. But
Yeah.
it's all hearsay. Who knows? Maybe she would have still been a shithead.
All right, we're gonna skip best scene. We're gonna save that for the end. Any unanswerable questions? I have two. Do you guys have any?
unanswerable question.
I think why did Edmund have his briefcase when he went to visit Mammy?
Mine-
But one thing that really did that I actually asked my wife because she's seen this a bunch of times is the house that the
Yeah.
old folks are living in. Is that the house that
Is
he redid? Because
I
it
don't-
looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
It's the
it
same house.
it
It
is.
was a little bit different though, because I thought the same thing. And when they showed the front view, it's like they made the pillars taller and took out that deck on top.
Well, it showed him literally ripping it out, ripping up the
Well, I
pillars.
know, but he redid that, and it had that deck up top, and they had the pillars, but they weren't as tall. So I think it was the same house, but it had been changed. That's what I came to. But like, it's an unanswerable question. Mine was so you assume at the end that they just laid there and died together, but we don't really know. Maybe they woke up tomorrow and had to do it all over again. Who knows?
Yeah, like 50
First date.
first dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. This is like 50 first dates for old people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
didn't even
it's
think about that.
depressing. But depressing.
yeah.
Way depressing.
At least 50
Although,
Dates was funny.
yeah, but at the end of 51st Dates, that was still kind of sad.
Yeah.
Clint, did you have any other
Uh,
unanswerable questions?
Nope, I think we answered mine.
I have two, and this kind of revolves around why Finn was not a great character. Why does everyone in this film have a great Southern accent, and Finn has like a Boston accent?
Maybe he was from
New
Boston.
York. I
Yeah.
don't know.
The dude grew up in the South. That was pretty like they were like childhood friends.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like he was the least valuable. That he had
Yeah,
like
he was terrible.
no character. They killed him and then didn't even address it later. I
Yeah.
was like, when I first saw this movie way back when, I figured, Ryan Gosling's character is gonna have like problems with this
PTSD,
later.
yeah,
You know,
those are
Yeah.
problems.
no, nothing. It
No,
didn't matter.
yeah, he wasn't even like the least messed up from any of that.
Yeah.
My next one was I guess should James Marsden should he have been Wolverine instead of Cyclops because he recovered from that war injury so damn quickly,
He
and
really
then he was
did.
on the dance floor.
Well,
Like,
that's
he
the
must have
problem
had a
with this
healing
movie,
factor.
that they don't give you any sense of time.
Yeah.
You have
That's
no
why I think
idea how much time is passing between things. You're just assuming everything.
Well, like
That's why I
that.
think he should be Wolverine.
Well, like
You're not wrong.
kind of to circle back on that time thing. Like it was like after their first date, all of a sudden it's a montage of them being a full-fledged couple. I'm like, that was rather fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Well, Allie only has one speed. It's whatever speed gets her to bed faster.
oh, and another point with that, the ending, like it was like, oh, they fell in love happily ever after, and they rushed to that to get to the other ending.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, that's a good point. I did feel a little bit cheated because he's like, she goes, "What happened next?" And he's like, "They lived happily ever after." And then she goes, "Well, who did?" And then it shows them kissing for a brief second, and then it's back to the old folks, and then she remembers. She's like, "Oh, it was us." But then they don't ever go back to that. Like
Yeah.
they don't visit them like being happy, having I mean, we saw them practicing to make kids plenty, but like they didn't show them having
Yeah.
their kids,
I wonder if there's a
Mm.
director's cut that is better.
I mean, I would have just left it at that. I would have left it like, oh, it was us. Yes, it was. And then montage of Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams having a happy life. And instead of you know, the 20 minutes of life altering depression that you get after that.
Yeah. And another
Gosh,
thing,
that was
nobody
so
should let
depressing.
Allie drive ever. She's the
Yeah,
worst.
wow,
right?
yeah. And when she runs into the fence, or right before she runs into the fence, and she's acting crazy, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just a stupid woman." I was like, "Oh, you think?"
And second of all, like just hitting that fence is not gonna make the car not start. What the hell? What was that
I
about?
don't know. It was a
Well,
1940s car.
No, it would have
they
been
had
fine. It would have mowed
didn't
over
they
that.
have the didn't they have the cranker right there in the
No,
front?
not those. That was older.
Oh, I thought it was like the footsteps, like they had to drive the car with their feet.
Like Flint.
Yeah, she was
Like the
hung up
Flintstones.
on
Like
the
the
fence post.
Flintstones. All right. Well, did you guys those sounded like nitpicks? Do you have any other nitpicks?
Let's see. The
Yeah,
birds at the
actually,
beginning.
The birds at the
yeah,
beginning.
terrible CGI.
That's when I was like, oh god, what's
I did have one more thing that was kind of a nitpick. Do you have to paint naked? Maybe, and this is just like myself asking because I'm not a very good painter, and I'm just like trying to improve. Like,
you don't
do
have
I
to do
need to do it
laundry.
naked?
You don't have to
Well,
do
that's why
laundry.
you're not a very good painter. That's why you're not doing it naked.
Because I got too many clothes on. The
Yeah.
aerodynamics get thrown off. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't have to. You get to save clothes. Yeah.
Yep. You don't have to wear smock.
That's for sure. I mean, just if it gets on me, just get right in the shower after.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling will be there to be like, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
That was great.
That was the best scene, by the way.
I felt it every time he was yelling at her, "What do you want?" I was like, "Bro, just stop asking. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna get that answer. She don't know what she wants. Quit asking her."
I gotta say, like, I was kind of underwhelmed about the rain scene because that's
that's like the iconic scene, right?
And I was like, it happened. I was like, that was it.
It was like 3 lines.
Right. I thought it was just going to be this over dramatic scene. It's just like, oh.
Although, did anybody else, when he like yanked the boat up on the dock, was anybody like, "All right, look at this guy"?
I was like, oh hell yeah,
good man, yeah.
Muscling it in.
I don't know. He just rode all goddamn day out there on the creek. You know his arms are tired as shit. And then he just is like, he grabs that boat and he's like, "Whoa!" I was like, "All right, get it, man."
Just one of those good old boys.
All right. So I picked how many scenes are there? There's 2 sizable scenes. No. 2 sizable scenes, 2 shorter scenes. What all right. I definitely want I think. All right, Josh. I want you and me to do the scene 4.
Well, I thought it was you and Unworthy's turn this week.
Well, we have 4 scenes, so
Why are we doing
I
so
know what
many?
scene I want to do with Unworthy.
there's so many scenes. I have a feeling too, but I'll let you pick, Clint.
Yeah, we're gonna do the "What do you want" scene.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that's what I wanted you guys to do.
Oh, I gotta pull up this email.
Then I want so you guys got scene 3, Josh and I got scene 4. You know what? I don't think we need to do scene 1. That one's kind of I just
No.
put that one in. Yeah, we don't need to see one. But Clint, can we do scene 2? That's the iconic one.
Wait, so I'm seeing scene 1 and scene 2 is all I'm seeing.
Yeah, I erased scene 1.
I only
Oh,
seen 2, 3, and 4.
yeah. So Josh, you and I are doing scene 4. Clint and Unworthy are doing scene 3.
Are you getting scene 3 and scene 2 mixed up?
Are we talking scene 2 is like it's about security? That one.
Scene 2 is why didn't you write me?
Yeah.
Scene 3 is it's not about is the.
All right, hold on. Let me go back and
Wait,
refresh it.
Because I got scene 1 as the.
Maybe I shared this. Maybe I shared this wrong one with you. No, you guys are on this, but I don't see you on it. Are you on the notebook one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have Google Docs on my phone, so I'm going through Drive.
Maybe I sent you 2 of them.
Let me check.
Because you guys are on this one.
Okay, now I'm seeing scene 2, scene 3, scene.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, mine just doesn't say the full scene. So let me.
Did you refresh? Is that what you did?
I went to the one that you sent to the AWA.
Oh.
All right, so which one am I doing with Clint?
You're gonna do scene 3.
Yeah. It's not about following your heart.
Okay.
Then,
okay.
Actually,
Now
you got it. Actually, this would be great. I just want Josh and I to do scene 4. I want you two to do scene 2 and scene 3. This will be good.
Okay.
You guys got it?
We got it.
All right. I'm going to take Josh and I off.
Oh, we're starting? Okay.
What do you want to do? All right, yeah.
Which one? Who am I, Clint?
In this one,
Yeah.
I'll be Allie and you'll be Noah.
For scene 2 and 3?
No, I'm going to be Noah in scene 3.
Okay.
Yes. I love this. This is like the best thing in the world. Thank you. All right. Do you guys want to read over it a little bit or?
No, I think I'm good.
Let me see if I can get a crowd. I'll tell people that you guys will be reading a scene. I'm just gonna send it to my Toy Father channel.
Even though we don't have this scene, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. We didn't mention that one.
Baby. Yeah, that's you know what that was a cute scene too. When he's like, "Well, if you're a bird, I'm a bird." Like I get it. I tell my wife that sort of shit all the time. Whatever you say.
What?
We both got the notification.
Okay, so all right, so you guys got your parts and let's go from there.
All right.
I'm gonna take Josh off. I'm gonna take myself off. All right. Are you guys ready?
I feel like I should pour something over my head to get the rain look.
I'm not ruining my couch for that.
Me either.
All right.
All right. And ready, action.
Why didn't you write me? Why? It wasn't over for me. I waited for you 7 years, but now it's too late.
I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over for me either. And it still isn't.
And then I jump in. Then I
Yeah, we-
shadow you.
Gross.
Oh my god.
Did I sell the dumb country boy look?
You always do.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're a natural.
That was quick. That was good.
Nailed
Clint.
it.
That was good, Clint. Oh, all right. So now who's Allie?
I'm
He's-
Allie for this one.
Okay. Unworthy's Allie now. Clint is Noah. All right.
All right.
All right. We'll take Josh off. Ready. Action.
It's not about following your heart. It's not about keeping your promises. It's about security.
What is that supposed to mean?
Money. He's got a lot of money.
You smug bastard. I hate you for saying that.
You're bored, Allie. You're bored and you know it. You wouldn't be here if there wasn't something missing.
You smug son of a bitch.
Would you just stay with me?
Stay with you? What for? Look at us. We're already fighting.
Well, that's what we do. We fight. You tell me when I'm being an arrogant son of a bitch, and I tell you when you're a pain in the ass, which you are 99% of the time. I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings. You have a 2-second rebound break, and then you go back to the next pain in the ass thing.
So what?
So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to work at this every day. But I want to do that because I want you. I want all of you forever. You and me. Oh, you and me every day. Will you do something for me, please? Just picture your life for me. 30 years from now, 40 years from now. What's it look like? If it's with him, go. Go. I lost you once. I think I can do it again. If I thought that's what you really wanted, but don't you take the easy way out.
What easy way? There is no easy way. No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everybody else wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want?
It's
What
not
do
that simple.
you want?
Sorry, I jumped my line. It's not
Yes.
that simple.
What do you want? God damn it, what do you want?
I have to go now.
Oh my god.
I
I mean-
want to yell at Unworthy.
Clint, you're the perfect acting partner.
Yeah,
Let
this
me
is
just
fit.
tell you.
That was
What
I
the
mean-
fuck do you want?
I don't know. I'm hungry. I want some ice cream, but it's 4 a.m. Oh, sorry. I'm having flashbacks in my own bedroom.
Oh my god. All right, Vico loves this. Digs Figs, no chewing. What's up, buddy?
No chewing. You missed out, buddy. You missed it.
All right. All right, last scene. This is gonna be Josh and I. Josh, all
I'll be Allie.
right, perfect. I wanted to be Diggs.
Yes.
All right, this is great. All right, here we go. And remove them and sorry, gotta get back. I'm seeing this first line and imagining you reading it, and it's making me laugh. All right, ready? Action.
Do you think our love can take us away together?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna read it like Cartman.
I'm not. I'm an old lady.
All right, do it again. Sorry.
Do you think our love can take us away together?
I think our love can do anything we want it to do.
I love you.
I love you too, Allie.
Good night.
Finish that line.
Good night.
Oh, sorry. That's me.
God damn
Good
it.
night.
We're going to sleep.
Good night. I'll be seeing you.
Do you think our love can make miracles?
I do.
Okay. Kiss me. Who are you guys?
Oh my god.
Who are you? Why did you just call me darling?
Oh, man.
Oh, I just thought of something morbid, but not.
All right. Well, that's clearly my favorite part of the show right now.
Yeah.
Well, really,
Where do you
guys,
go from here?
Yeah, you guys brought your A game today. Thank you. What are we gonna rate this movie? Toy Addict said I could give it a 5. Josh
Of
gives it a
course he
4.
did. You know
Unworthy?
what? Actually, I am going to give this a 4.5.
What?
You know, and the half a point gets taken off for how depressing the end is. Terrible, 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 terrible ending. But the rest of it was pretty entertaining. I mean, the part where he's on the Ferris wheel and he's like trying to impress her, and then she just yanks his pants up. I was thinking in my head, that is exactly some shit that would happen if I was trying to flirt with my wife on a Ferris wheel like that.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. My kids are just calling me for a sec.
All right. But my wife would definitely, I'd be trying to like do pull-ups, and I'd either slip and fall off to my death, or my wife would try to yank my pants down right on the Ferris wheel. So,
Yeah.
like it really hit home for me.
I want to know how he got down.
Well, that's the thing about Ferris wheels; they go back around.
Yeah, but he stopped it. He was just hanging.
Yeah, like he had to go all the way up, and
yeah, because he wasn't getting back on that chair with his pants around his ankles. So
I don't know if it was me, I'd have probably plopped right down on the other dude's lap and been like, "Hey, don't worry about this. I'll never see you again."
Well, you could have just grabbed onto his handlebar mustache. So
yeah,
that's true. He did have a, his at least his mustache didn't look fake like the dad's, like horrible CGI.
Was his mustache CGI?
It looked it. I think it was just like artificial, but
okay.
I think it was definitely glued on. I looked that guy up too because I was like, he looks familiar.
Because he looks like you with a mustache. No, seriously.
Well, you know what? He was a kind of a handsome guy. Thank you. I'll take that.
He looked like a doofus.
He was like really young, like when this movie came out. Like he was the same age as Rachel and Ryan. So it was like kind of weird that he was daddy. Well, I mean, I guess, I've been daddy since a very young age as well. I guess I can relate to that also.
He's a time traveler.
Let's see.
How about the fact that dude takes her on the first date? He's like, "You want to walk home with me? Let's go lay right in the middle of the road."
Yeah, that was weird.
Like that in the Ferris wheel scene. My whole thing was stranger danger, stranger danger.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then they tried to make the whole laying in the middle of the road a romantic thing, but it was like even his explanation was still pretty fucking weird. Like,
yeah, me and my dad used to lay in the road.
Yeah, like newsflash, your parents didn't like you very much if they told you to lay in the middle of the road.
They're like, yeah, just lay there and count them lights. I'm gonna be over here.
You know, one of the things that I probably should admit this, but like one of the things that made me think about, or one of the things that made me think about is my wife used to have this dog that I really didn't like. The dog was kind of an asshole, and she used to take naps like right in the middle of the living room, and I used to always say, Gemma, why don't you go take a nap right in the middle of the road? And it was like if that's what his dad's having him do, his dad didn't like him too much.
Sorry, Clint, what was your rating for this?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna put mine at a 3.5 as well.
Wow, I really overrated it, I guess.
Yeah, I thought so, but yeah.
I'll stick to it.
It had a lot good in it. Like a 3.5 isn't a bad score.
I mean, I think this is a memory that, No Chewing and I will be doing Legion's Con. Happy to join us.
You can go lay in the highway.
Not in Jersey, Jesus, those people can't drive. You'll really get run over.
Yeah, they hit you on purpose.
Fair point. All right. So the next couple of weeks, so I'm going to be away next Monday, and then I have another thing planned for the following Monday. But let's come back in March with a good movie. And
Well, if
then
we got that much time, why don't we just watch all the Planet of the Apes so you can get caught up?
all of them?
We got like 2 weeks.
That's only like 1.5
When you
weeks.
say all of them, do you mean like all of
No,
them?
no,
or
no,
the-
no.
Oh,
Like
Just the newest ones?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the
current
Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Or
There's
There's only
3 movies.
There's only 3.
Yeah, it's
right
only
now,
3
yeah.
because Kingdom hasn't come out yet.
I can
or
do
we
that.
could just do the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Wait, isn't that the one?
That's a really good movie. That's not the current reboot.
It's the other
series.
reboot before this one.
Like this one came out. That one came out before James Franco's. Like James Franco's was actually supposed to be a prequel to that, but then it did so much better that they were like, we're gonna just build an entire franchise off of the Franco reboot.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a prequel to the Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah, it was.
It was supposed to be a prequel to the 1960s one.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense because they're revisiting all of those in the following ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's I think 3 is ambitious, but I'm willing to try if you guys are.
I watch them regularly anyways. I'm a big Planet of the Apes guy.
All right.
It's doable.
I'm down. I mean, I think it's doable just because it sounds really interesting. If you were to tell me that we had to rewatch Pearl Harbor, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
The time given.
You could have a month in between episodes and I still wouldn't find time for that.
Oh, yeah. Unworthy, what did you think of that Dunkin' Donuts commercial?
Oh, that was good, man.
Honestly, I missed. So I didn't watch the Super Bowl too much. I was busy doing other shit, and I didn't see. Like it was already midway through the second quarter by the time I actually turned it on. Like I missed all of the trailers. I didn't even know there was a Planet of the Apes one until
You missed the
this
Arnold
morning.
Schwarzenegger State Farm one. Neighbor.
That was good.
I had somebody. The reason I started watching it was because somebody messaged me and asked me what I thought about the Wizard of Oz commercial. And I was like, I don't even think there was a Wizard. I was like, there's not a Wizard of Oz movie coming out. But then
It's wicked.
when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it's Wicked. Oh yeah, okay, definitely. So then I went back and rewatched that.
That looks good.
I was only half watching commercials. I don't think there was really many like any commercials that stood out to me other than actually no, I don't think there was any that I saw.
There's some additional commercials that are that didn't air with Tom Brady, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon. They were pretty funny too.
I did see. I think I came into the room because it was right before. I think that was right before halftime. I walked out. I was right in the middle of bath time for my youngest, so like I came in so my wife could come out to watch the halftime show. And I think like that's when the Ben Affleck one. I remember seeing Matt Damon and Tom Brady.
Yeah,
You
that.
understand that.
Yeah.
Neighbor.
All right. Any plugs?
Yeah, so this Thursday on A Worthy Addiction, we have Agent Variant and Super
Oh,
Cool from the
nice.
Show and Tell podcast. They're going to be on. We're going to be talking about their show.
Cool.
We had a great episode last week with the Crimson Bat comics. Anybody who didn't get a chance to watch that, go back and watch the replay. We were talking about their comic, The Terrifying Crimson Bat. Awesome
Cool.
interview. That's all I got.
Check out.
Unboxing art, state of the art on Wednesday.
Cool.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. Clint, check out Clint.
Check
He's the
out.
man.
Look at him. Look at him.
He's the man. TPC top 10 last week. We had diorama prints. That was a lot of fun. Check out. I have a great idea that I think will make $1 million. So
The farm.
I gotta ask you, Chris. I'm sorry. I meant to ask you this at the beginning of the show.
Did I do it?
Have you been practicing the concept of an elevator pitch?
Yeah. So what I do is I get into the elevator and I make sure there are a lot of floors, and I press all of the buttons, and then I look at the guy and say, "We have
You're
some
in this for the
time.
long haul."
We have some time."
You need to get a wall projector and show slides while you're talking about
Why? When I have these like right here. This is it.
You
Like,
should use that for your diorama on your next photo.
yeah.
Do you have
I
one
am,
of those accordion folders so you can just be like, if you don't like this one,
Yeah,
look at
I
this
have
one.
50 more. We got 50 more floors to stop at. So, I do.
You know, I love Rhett. I love Rhett because the whole time you were doing that pitch, she just was like looking at you like.
She was great. She was great. She was really funny. Yeah, I put it in my Laser Man Trapper Keeper. But yeah, check out my pitch. Check out TBC. This Wednesday we will have something. I just don't know if we have the full crew for Valentine's Day. So,
Already did
and
my
then
Valentine's Day.
what'd you say?
Already did all my Valentine's Day. We did it this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't think we don't really celebrate.
Neighbor. I just opened.
You know, you guys should take video submissions of people like giving you Valentine's poetry. That's what you should do. Start plugging it now. By Wednesday, you could probably get, a bunch of us sending you in some good poetry.
Unworthy, you know better than that. You know better enough to know that does not work, because we had a video submission deadline for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the toy daddies are a bit more popular than A Worthy Addiction.
I don't know if
They
we
seem
get
to-
in time.
They seem
I
to
don't know if we have
reach.
time.
They seem to reach more people who don't that don't like the cuss words. People tend to steer away from our show because we use a lot of cuss words.
I think that's why Yimbo never has me on his show.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, we'll see you next week for another episode of, or not next week, in 3 weeks for another episode of Toy Talk.